Hello. It's your girl, Paula Marie. Happy last Monday in January of 2022. There has been a lot of movement in my circle and in my space today. And we've been doing a whole series called Manifestation Monday for the entire month of January. So, I wasn't going to let the last Monday go down before we end the month without talking about Manifestation Monday. If you're listening in, watching in, we're actually streaming live in a couple of different platforms. Definitely type your name in the chat. Give StreamYard permission to be able to show your identity. Listen, we got a couple more hours before January is a wrap. And what I wanted to do on this last Manifestation Monday is recap, but I also wanted to light a fire underneath you because just because January is a wrap doesn't mean that we can't still manifest the things that we have dreamt of, that we have cried for, that we have thought over, and that we are afraid to be transparent about. Sometimes speaking those things into existence for yourself is the hardest thing. Once you say it to yourself, you're good to go, right? So let's recap a little bit about what we've gone through over the last couple of weeks. We talked about words that you say to yourself and words that you say to others are super powerful and super important. And sometimes I find myself changing my words in mid sentence because as soon as it comes out of my mouth, I know that it's a word that I shouldn't be using. It gives a feeling or an emotion that isn't the safest or the strongest or even the most kind and most present and representative of myself, my thoughts, my hopes, my dreams, my prayers. And I want to make sure that I'm always representing myself fully. Make sure that the words that you use for yourself, most importantly, for yourself, are the most powerful words that you can use. Before you speak those words to anyone else, for anyone else, about anyone else, make sure that you use the most powerful words in your language on yourself, for yourself, and about yourself. Honor yourself first, right? Give yourself that grace and make sure that you create a space for all of the things that you're manifesting. We also talked about the difference between being fearful and being fearless. And I'm always telling my clients that we should be fearless, right? To be fearless. And that's a hard thing because that fearfulness, right? It lives in all of us. It's actually a light that can really push you and propel you to where you want to go. It can help you to take the first step. It can help you to implement, but it can also keep you still. It can keep you paralyzed. It can make you feel bound and helpless. And that's the difference between knowing your own power, right? And being fearless enough to use your own power to take those first steps, right? So inside of the description, I actually wrote down the definition of manifestation because we've been talking about it for a whole month. So I wanted to really talk about this definition, and we're going to end it on this note. The definition of manifestation means an event, action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea. I'm going to say that again. I feel like, first of all, it's a noun, manifestation. It's a noun. It's not a verb. It's not an adjective. It's not an adverb, right? It's a whole freaking being. Manifestation is a noun, right? So it's powerful. It has space. It has weight. It's grounded. It's rooted, right? Manifestation is an event, an action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea, right? So for the whole month of January, we've been talking about what are these ideas that we have? What are these dreams, these hopes that we have, right? And putting them on paper, listing out only the first two. We don't need a whole list of all of our ideas and our thoughts. We need the top two, right? We need the top two so that we can stay focused. So we already talked about that. How do we iron out those top ideas, right? But manifestation is an event, an action, or an object that clearly shows or embodies something. Then an event means that there's some movement happening, right? Action means that there's some movement happening, right? Or an object, it means something that you can touch, right? It's something you can clearly see, right? So now we're taking these abstract ideas and we're formulating them in an event or an action or an object that you can clearly touch, that you can clearly see, that you can clearly feel. So, my question to you on this last Manifestation Monday is, what is the event or the action or the object that you're going to implement in order to take these abstract ideas, right? These goals, and create some formation to them? Because that's what the definition is. We mapped out all of the ideas, all of the goals, right? On the previous Manifestation Mondays. Now, what do you do with them? What is the event that is going to define who you are? What is the action that you're going to do in order to create this idea into something that's bigger for what you want, right? What is the object that is going to symbolize and be the thing that you want to be? Because now that we've gone through a whole month of Manifestation Monday, we've gone through a whole month of crafting out and drafting out and brain dumping all of our ideas, all of our goals, right? All of the ways that we want our lives to be. How do we want our lives to feel? How do we want our lives to smell, to touch, to taste, right? How do we want that to be? We've listed all of those things out. What's the thing you're going to do? What's the thing that you're going to do? How are you going to put some movement, some motion behind what you do to create the world that you want, the life that you want, the family that you want, the business that you want? How are you going to do it? I actually met with 2 clients this week. Just randomly met with them, right? And they both signed up with me this week, right? This week. They were both fearful, right, of not being able to reach the goal because their ideas and their thoughts and their hopes and their dreams for their businesses, they were safe right here, right? So there was some fear in that, but they were both fearless enough to take the first step, to reach out and say, hey, I want to hear what you got going on, right? They took some action. There's some movement behind that. There's some motion, right? There's an event that happened, right? And now we're going to fearlessly move their business in a different direction. You don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to live on a village alone. You don't have to be silenced. Let me tell you something. When you speak what you need, you would be so amazed at what comes out for you. What just falls into your lap, what just falls right in front of your face, right? When you are fearless enough to speak that thing, right? The act of speaking and asking for the things that you need is that action, that movement, that event that needs to happen to change these ideas and these goals that you may be having into and manifesting them into something that's bigger and greater for your business, something that's bigger and greater for your life, something that's bigger and greater for you. Whatever the thing is that makes you feel stuck, remember, take the things that we listed all through the month of January and create some action behind them. Happy Manifestation Monday. It's the last one. We have less than 2 hours left. I just wanted to jump on really quickly and share that with you. And I also wanted to celebrate a whole month of creating and manifesting a whole list of ways that we want our lives to be better. How do we cultivate that life? What are the ideas? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? All of those really great things. Now it's time for you to put some action behind it. Put some action behind it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm your girl, Paula Marie, aka the EbonyBizDiva, and I just wanted to say this year can be as amazing as you want it to be. It can be as different as you want it to be. It can be as fabulous as you want it to be. It can be as real, as grounded, as humbling, as exciting as you want it to be. Any of the adjectives that you can pull out of the sky, it can be any and all of those things all at once. But it will require some movement. It will require some action. You will have to take a step. You will have to ask and open and say, look, this is what I want, so that you can receive it. And in order for you to be able to be showered with all of those gifts that the world has waiting for you, you just have to take the step. So tonight, your homework on this very, very last Manifestation Monday for January 2022 is to figure out the one thing that you're going to do, the one step you're going to take to get you closer to the life that you dreamed of. What's the one thing that you need to do? Who is the one person that you need to reach out to, right? What is the one phone call that you need to make? What is the one email that you need to email? What is the one thing that you need to get rid of and clear out of your space? What is the one thing that you're going to do in order to get you closer to all of the things that you want to manifest in 2022? That's your homework. Okay. Happy Manifestation Monday. I'll see you next Monday. And we're going on a whole nother ride in a whole nother direction, because now that we have learned how to manifest our goals, our hopes, and our dreams in the month of January, now we need to implement, we need to push and propel them, right? So we're going to keep pushing. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Happy Manifestation Monday. Peace.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me, I swear. You would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break